We are live. Listen, welcome everybody to the Friday Live brought to you by the Hood. If you are listening to the audio, salute to you. Salute to all of our audio listeners of our Friday Live show. Our folks should be pulling in any second now because we know that's how it happens. When we go live, they come through. Kick it with us. Um, I'm Jimmy as always. My brother Corey's here. Corey, what's up, good brother?
What it is though? You good, man?
I'm amazing, bro. Life is good. I got no
Life
complaints.
is good, right?
Yeah, I woke up this morning, man. So what can I complain about? You know what I mean? Working
Nothing
on
to
a lot.
complain about. I woke up this morning. I'm able to get up and do whatever I do.
Yeah. So life
I,
is good, man.
I
I got
won.
there. You go. I already won, man. So I have no complaints whatsoever. You know what I mean? Looking to have this quick, beautiful Friday. Chop up with our folks as we always do every Friday, and give away some Bitcoin a little bit. But what's up with you though?
Man, uh, just getting everything together, man. Like our camp starts next Saturday, so
Yeah.
thinking a lot about that.
Yeah.
Um, Again, my wife is doing some research on getting her getting herself published as a researcher. So, I've been Mr. Mom and Mr. Dad for
Yeah.
a couple, what I mean, couple 3 weeks. And so a little busier than usual because a lot of stuff my wife normally handles. I've been out in the streets handling it. You know what I mean? So it's
That's
uh
what's up.
it's just a little bit busier than usual, not much. My kids seem to understand that I don't play the same games my wife play. She's not really a game player, but a lot of things that she talk about I actually do. I'm the actual villain.
Are you the bad guy? You're the bad guy when it comes to the kids.
Not really. Like I'm the good guy when it comes to the kids most of the time, but once I'm like the bad guy that got the backstory. Like once I go bad, it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like so, I
Yeah.
had to go bad on them one day because my house was looking like a damn tornado blew through this joint.
Hey
They
man,
thought
listen,
it
that's
was
they young kids, man. That they doing what they supposed to do.
no man. They think they mom leave and it's supposed to be like a bachelor party in this joint. No, bro. We got to still get up, clean up, and do all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I had to go Samuel L. Jackson on them. So,
Yeah, man. Listen, man. But it's amazing that you get to actually spend time with your kids, watch them grow and all that. That's a beautiful thing, man.
no, man, that's love, man. How's the move going?
Amazing. I still got a little bit of stuff left. That I gotta get moved. You know what I'm saying? Got hire folks to get some of the bigger stuff going. But I'm staying in the new house now, so I'm actually at the old house right now recording this. But night in and night out, I'm at the new crib, man. It's amazing, man. It's beautiful. It's quiet. It might be a little bit too quiet. I'm not used to this, man. I'm not used to being, in areas where it's this quiet. I'm a city dude, man. I like to hear, I
You
like to hear
still
God.
live in the city. You live 3 blocks from where you
No, but it's in the cut
is that
though.
much
Like
difference in
it's
4 or 5 blocks,
it's
man?
no traffic. Like I'm used to hearing gunshots and people yell. It's like I'm used to living like Double Dragon, man. Like this is a little different, although it's close. It's
Yo, yo, that's an old reference, dog. But that was my game, bro.
Yeah, but you know how in Double Dragon it was
For
always
those of y'all
nefarious
who don't know
activities
what
going
Double
on in front of
Dragon
you.
is, for those of y'all who don't know what Double Dragon is, y'all gotta do your Googles, man.
Yo, it was in Double Dragon. It was always nefarious behaviors happening in front of you, man. That's why I said that, man. Yo,
Right,
people that
right.
I'm about to check in with our folks. Yo, do me a favor, please hit the like button, hit the love button, let us know who's here. We got Pedro in the building. Pedro, how are you? Appreciate you pulling
You're
up. You know what I'm saying? Brandon's here. Fortunate. Salutations from K Diggy. What's up, K Diggy? Jamil, Detroit's in the building. What up, though? Don's in the building. What's good, family? Don says Bronny for MVP. Ant's in the building. Said, what it do, family? Let's see. Ant says Corey been on a roll for a month now. Yeah. Ray Gun with the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. As always, Ray Gun, man. Absolutely appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for tuning in, man. It's all love. Cookie's in the building. Cookie says, Happy Friday, fellas, and happy Friday to everyone else. So happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, man. So it's a lot going on, man. We got our main topic that me and Corey talked about earlier. Corey is getting ready to go off, and I'm like, Corey, just save it for the show. But Corey was in his bag talking about this topic earlier today. I was like, Corey, we're gonna do a show, bro. Just chill.
Yeah,
Just
I
chill.
ain't put it on social media, man, because there's too many weirdos on social media, and I don't feel like arguing with weirdos. So
Dog, I've been staying off social so much. It's crazy. Like I barely. It's funny though, because even when it comes to like, I don't be on Facebook. I still on Twitter. I'm still on Twitter a little bit, but I don't be on Facebook. I be Funny thing is, I spend more time in Don's group than even our group at this point. Like, Afro's on fire. Shout to Don for putting me in that group. I be in there a lot. I don't be on IG at all, bro. Like I just fell off. Like I'm so busy
ain't
with like.
nothing. It ain't nothing. There's
No,
nothing there.
what's funny is like I'm so focused on like doing certain things business wise that it's hard for me to spend time on social now. Like I'm trying to take this these last 25 plus years of experience and do things on a whole different scale that I've never done before. Like, thinking bigger in terms of real estate development and working on certain things that I'm working on. Like some of the deals that I'm working on now, bro. I didn't want to put it out there until like something's concrete, but it's just that's what I want to work on. I don't feel like being on socials. But that's not the topic today, man. The topic today is black nepotism. So why did I title it black nepotism and not just nepotism? Well, for one, I think, black nepotism is something that has to be talked about. For two, I know that's kind of trolling, and I know that a lot of the other people get upset when you say black nepotism, man. You know what I mean? So I really want to talk about this because I did see some of the responses on Twitter, just perusing Twitter, like about what was going on, and I was actually shocked at some of the responses to this. Right, a couple more comments real fast. Pascal says social is crazy, especially with AI. Yeah, you don't even know it's real no more. Raygun says it's a time suck, and people just love to argue about BS. Absolutely. So, I still like to come on our. Funny thing is, me and Corey's talking today. We haven't even done our traditional Wednesday pod in 2 weeks. I still drop stack sats without trying because that's just each week. Talk about Bitcoin, but we haven't dropped our pod because we've been working on this camp and a couple other things, man. But our Friday live, man, we love this experience of like kicking it with you guys and talking.
Because we ain't got a lot of kicking.
Yeah, but Core, before we jump into Bronny and all that, what do you think about the Sixers pick?
I don't like little guards if you're trying to win a championship. In the past 50 years, only 3 little guards have won the chip. And that's Isaiah, Tony Parker, and Steph.
Yeah.
It ain't that's 50 years.
Talking about Hall of Famers too.
I'm just saying in the past.
No. What I'm saying is, and you're saying only a small amount, but then I'm like, if we're looking at statistics, the 3 guys you also named are all world Hall of Famers. Like,
yeah. So when you talk about small guards, like that's not conducive to winning a championship. So it's not that I don't like Bryce McCain. I think he can play. I just don't think that's a championship pick.
Got you. Okay, interesting. Adrian says, "What's good? Hey y'all. Hey Adrian. Ant says Twitter used to be my social of choice to stay plugged in on the current events, but I uninstalled that joint. So, and Raygun says I think McCain will be a solid backup. I know one thing. He gonna get their TikTok popping because boy's like a TikTok legend. It's funny because when saw him on the screen, like I know this boy from like his TikTok videos more than I do actually hooping, and he can hoop, which is the crazy part. But all his antics and all that, it is what it is, man. As a backup though, it's not a bad pick as a backup. He can get a bucket. You know what I mean? Like so, it's not a bad pick.
No, he can hoop. Again, it's not that I dislike him, but if the Sixers want to win the championship, man, they gotta get some wings that can play. They don't got good wings that can play. They got like Kelly Oubre is a piece that they need. They need another. They need to multiply him by 2.
So basically, you hate Tobias.
I like Tobias' game. I think he's soft. I think he's soft as cottonelle, bro. Like so, it's not that he can't play. It's that he can't play in the big moments. Like, dog, you can't score 0 points in your final game as a Sixer, dog. You just can't. You gotta find a way to shoot the ball and score. Like, there's no. If you average 18 points a game for your career, you can't. Your last game can't be a 0, dog. Like I can't. You can't go out like that.
Yeah, Raygun says, I know I'm old, but grown men with colored nails is a no-go for me. Yeah, dude, because listen, man, it ain't for me. I don't,
Yeah, if it ain't for me, I'm on my business, man.
Yeah, Pedro says the French took over. Well, I'll be laughing that the dudes be getting drafted like in the top like 10 and they be averaging like 9 and 4. It's just like completely hilarious to me. Also, the NBA is such a copycat league that it's just ridiculous. Don says soft as baby poo.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because when you look at Tobias's numbers and you look at his numbers compared to other, like he got better numbers than what's the main man that just got the contract with the Knicks. But when you look at their numbers,
and OG and an OG,
compare OG stats to
they don't compare.
They're about the same, but I'm just saying, like
Tobias got better numbers across the board, but he not better than OG Anunoby because OG Anunoby not strong.
I don't know if they're better across the board. I know they're very comparable. Let me see. Let's look it up. Let me not even say that. Anunoby. Let's see. You know they got stat muse when you get to look at their stats. So let's see. What are the totals here? Tobias average is 16.8, 5. Oh, this is versus. I don't care about versus. Here we go. Land of Basketball, the other stat site. Shout out to all the stat sites out there. This is a sports program at this point. I'm just trying to see. Blah blah blah. All right, so points per game. Tobias got him. Tobias got him in rebounds. Tobias got him in assists. OG got him in steals. Blocks is even. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage is OG. So it's very close. It's very, very close. Highest points per game. All right, so it's very, very close between those two. But OG just got a crazy contract. That was the point I was making. Anyway, with that being
said, a crazy contract though. Tobias just came off 150 M's.
Yes, he did. But the contracts are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Did y'all catch the Mumble Prez farting donor debate? Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I cut the debate off because it was just hard for me to watch on both ends. Like, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, wow, this is who we're really choosing from. Like,
yeah, like, but the thing is, you gotta choose one, and I'm gonna choose the bumbling fool over the raving maniac, man. I can't. Boy, dangerous. So let me say this about why, and it don't have anything to do with politics. It's because of the 24-hour news cycle, right? And this is why I think DT is dangerous, because we live in a system where there's a 24-hour news cycle all around the world, right? And if you got a president that make news all the time, when do we know when something is important? When do we know it's important?
Mm-hmm.
Because boy make headlines every day because he can't help himself. So when do we know when something is important? And that's literally like he's dangerous in a 24-hour news cycle. My man can't stop making news. So we never know what's important and what's not important, what's a threat and what's really not a threat. Like we don't know when up is up and when down is down. Like, nah, bro, he too confusing.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue it because I don't care less about any of that. But
I'm just saying
I can make the same argument about Senile Boy too. Like, I don't know if you saw that, dog. That was like, well, I mean, look at the response. The response is they're looking for someone to replace him with 4.5 months to go. Like, that ain't gonna work. But
that ain't gonna work at all.
It is what it is, man. So Ant talking about the league, right? Before I get to that, what up? Eugene's in the building. Eugene's through Nomics. He said, what is the plus and minus when they are on or off the court? OG's is plus 353 and Tobias's is plus 224, 244, something like that. It's in the 200s. Plus 224 versus plus 353. So OG has a better plus minus on the court to answer that question. It's a good question, though, because I think that's one of the stats that shows your impact on the game, because a lot of times in sports, man, it's like we've been spoon-fed these things about, like, PPGs and all, and assists and all this, but sometimes people have an influence without even touching the ball. All right, so Ant Dog says the league been rigged since Braun. Since Braun. All right, so first off, I don't know if the league is rigged or not, but if the league was rigged, it was way before Braun. Do
Yeah,
you notice how Braun?
nobody cried more than Michael Jordan. Nobody.
Yeah, and yo, I
Nobody.
don't know if Ant is our age or Ant is younger than us, but
Nobody cried more than Michael Jordan
Mike was the
about
biggest
calls.
cry. You know the crazy part when I think about the biggest crybabies, Larry Bird was a big crybaby.
Yes, he
Magic was a
was.
crybaby. I mean, Vlade might have been the absolute worst.
Vlade was the worst.
Vlade Dottie was out of control, dog. Because Vlade bought that
Vlade
soccer
Divac
issue
was
over
the
here.
absolute worst.
Yeah, he was out of control. So so the crying, I can't blame crying on Bron, dog, because I've seen some people that cry way worse than Bron.
Your favorite dude cried more than anybody.
Yeah, Mike wasn't crying. Mike was bitching. All right, so Corey, were you offended by the black job statement, or did you know what he meant?
I'm not offended by anything that Trump says anymore.
Yeah. So shout out to Lance. The legend Lance is with us. She says that debate was entertaining in the worst way. Lorraine says he's dangerous because at least 28 countries don't allow felons to enter their countries. That's hilarious. Yeah. This elder be Don. I actually said that last night in my group chat. I was like, I'm cutting this off. I was like, at this point, I actually feel bad. This is like elder abuse. He says since Bron joined 33, but I watch a lot of ball, man. All right, Ansel, you're a little bit younger than us. He ain't start that crying ish, dog. Like, no. Mike was one of the biggest complainers, and there was. So was Magic too. Magic was too. K Diggy says the biggest criers are Knick fans. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. So what else? Oh, yeah, let's get to our main topic though, man. We talking about black nepotism, man. Because we're not gonna be here a long time. We're gonna be here for a good time. We're gonna give away some Bitcoin, but I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on this. First, let's start with this. Is there anybody who thought that drafting Bronny was a bad thing? Is there anybody in that's watching with us? We have a number of folks on Facebook as well as YouTube. First of all, thank you guys for watching live with us. But is there anybody that is against or thought that it was a bad move to pick Bronny with the 55th pick in the second round? Is there anybody? Let's see. Frump is also a threat. Oh, yeah. Project 2025. Really never seen that guy do the film. Yo, the funny thing, Ant, is when you hit the film, it makes you realize a lot of things, man. Did you see that someone did research and they went through Mike's entire film study and they broke down all his stats and they were talking about how the year he won Defensive Player of the Year, how he was given steals that he never had. That, like, yo, Corey, did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
You went through all his game film, counted everything, and said that he had so many things that were attributed to him that he never did. So, yeah, watching game film is interesting when you go back and do it. Edvard's in the building. What's up, Edvard? How are you? Edvard said hit the like button, and I agree with him. Please, everybody, hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, man. So I just want to know, is there anybody who disagrees with what happened with Bronny? All right. Now, with that being said, Corey, I'm going to let you go first, but I'm going to give you the floor, man, because you had a lot of thoughts about everything surrounding what happening with Bronny being picked by the Lakers. So the floor is yours, brother. Just let us know what you think.
All right. There's like 7 things I want to touch on. The first thing is that...
That's what she said. My bad. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
The first thing is that Bronny is an apprentice that was raised by a master, right? So I would be more offended if Bronny was the Lakers' electrician or accountant than I am that he's playing basketball for the Lakers. His dad is a master, one of the top 5 players that ever put on a basketball uniform, and he was an apprentice under one of the top 5 basketball players that ever lived for the last 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? So I don't know why you would have a problem with somebody being drafted into a job where they were an apprentice under a master for the last 15 years. That's the first thing. The second thing is if it's nepotism that y'all worried about, then y'all should be worried about Steph Curry and the other Splash brother. Both of their pops played in the NBA. And that's the reason why they was drafted so high. Both of their pops played in the NBA. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson dad played for the Lakers, for the Showtime Lakers, and Steph Curry pop played for the Raptors and for the Charlotte Hornets. So nepotism has been going on for a long time.
All right, real quick. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I think that is a little different though. Like, because they were guys that led their team in college and in the tournament and all that. That's a little different than
Klay Thompson was average in college.
no, bro. Klay Thompson was one of the best shooters in the nation. He was one of the best shooters in the nation.
All right, listen.
So
I'm not saying they can't ball. I'm not saying they wasn't balling. And Steph Curry had one of the greatest tournaments I ever seen in my life.
That's what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is that nepotism existed before LeBron James.
Klay averaged over 20 points in college. Bronny averaged 4. Like we not so. And again, I'm not mad at Bronny either. I just think it's a different situation.
The young man studied under a master of the game for the last 15 years. He's not going to be the Lakers electrician. He's going to play ball. So my thing is this: and then the other thing is the Lakers didn't draft him with their first round pick. How many of y'all know who was the 55th player drafted in any draft? None of y'all. Would you rather have the Lakers drafted some dude from the middle of Bumblehill, Europe, and brought him in, and then Bronny go undrafted so that y'all can have your way? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't the Lakers? And then for the Lakers, it makes sense because again, they got a top 5 all-time player guaranteed to sign back with their team because his son is there. Why wouldn't you make that deal? They offering that man 3 years and $150 million to come back. Whatever they paying for the son is changed. They can sit him on the bench. They can sit him in the rafters. They drafted him. It doesn't matter. So like, and then a lot of the comments made me wonder if y'all really like black people, man. And this is really where I want to the crux of what I want to get into, right? Black fathers and nepotism drive y'all crazy. And I want to say that, and I'm going to say that with my chest out. Anytime a black father speaks on behalf of his child or gets his child into any kind of situation where people don't think they belong, then it's a problem. Whereas anytime anybody else does it, nobody has anything else to say. You got people in jobs that don't belong. Nobody said anything when Stephen Jones was hired as the general manager of the Dallas Cowboys fresh out of college. My man has 0 pro experience, but his pop was the owner. So nobody said anything. That was nepotism at its worst. Stephen Jones, it took him 8 years to learn his job, where he actually became a viable GM. Like y'all drive me absolutely nuts. Like y'all drive me absolutely nuts when it comes down to black men and nepotism. Y'all don't like to see black men succeed. Y'all just don't like it. And it drives me absolutely nuts. And you could freaking front and turn your shoulder to the side and turn your nose up and all that. Y'all do not like to see black men succeed at the highest levels. Y'all just don't like to see it. And it makes me absolutely crazy. And I'm going to say it like that. And I don't care if you like it or don't like what I just said. Y'all don't like black men succeeding at the highest levels. Y'all don't like it. You can't like it.
Well, hold on. I want to add something to that. Most of us don't. When I say us, I'm speaking as a community, not me personally. We don't like black women succeeding either. We don't like each other. I mean, that's just really what it is. But here's the other part about this, right? Couple things. Patty Mills can ball. He was the number 55 pick, and so was Mark Ivoroni. Just want to put that out there.
But listen, I know these things, but I'm saying, how many average?
I get your point. I'm just being smart ass. I get your point, bro. But I think overall, I don't care if he was the electrician. Like, I don't care at what. Doesn't Michael Jordan's son have an executive position at the Jordan brand?
Yep.
Right. I love all that. Right. Because we can talk about this fantasy world, meritocracy and all these other crazy things, or we could talk about how the world actually works. We talk about how the world actually works. We understand that nepotism is real. Now, I'm all about, black nepotism, but I also understand that for the most part, we can't practice it because we don't control anything. We don't own anything. We don't control anything. So we really can't practice it, but we could do what we could do at our levels. I think about like the various jobs I've worked in my life. I haven't had a lot of jobs, but I had a couple of jobs in my life, and most of them was because of someone I knew, right?
Yep.
It wasn't because of my degrees. It wasn't because of this. Even with degrees, I still got opportunities because of who I knew. And I find nothing wrong with that. You work hard so you can practice nepotism. Yo, I've been trying to get my nephew to do certain things, and here that's the other part of the story, right? I've been trying to get him, my brother, other people in my family to do certain things so I can put them in place in my industry, the real estate and data industry, right? They haven't done so. You know, but that's the other thing. Bronny also put himself in position where he can be reached and pulled up. A lot of people don't put themselves in position to even be reached down and pulled up. I think it's a beautiful thing. To me, this whole thing to me makes LeBron one of the top 2 to 3 athletes ever. I'm not saying basketball player. I'm not talking about basketball player because you can have your favorite. It could be Kobe, it could be Mike, it could be whoever. I don't get into those arguments because I don't think you can compare players from different generations. You know, it's part of a whole book I wrote called Sports the Book, where I give my opinion on comparing people from generations. So I'm not going to get into that. I have a theory that I created called the Table of Gods theory, but that's either here nor there. But what I will say is, as an athlete, there's probably only one person that I will still put above LeBron as an athlete. You know who that is?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Not even him. Ali. Possibly Muhammad Ali. Because
is that as an athlete, I can name 5 other people I would put above him.
No. Why? I mean, well, see, I guess it depends upon what you're looking at for athlete. I'm not talking about anything to do with their sport. That's why I said I'm not talking about as a basketball player.
As an athlete.
Because to me, being an athlete has also to deal with manhood and everything else that you do. Muhammad Ali was actually a man of the people. It wasn't about, you know, anything else. And it wasn't
sure.
And I can't put Kareem there because Kareem.
So was Bill Russell.
Bill Russell was. I mean, Bill Russell also, his wife. Never mind. Let me chill.
Yeah.
Let me chill on that one. I ain't gonna make another comment. But Kareem was aloof and wasn't really amongst the people the way that Muhammad Ali was amongst the people. But the reason I put LeBron up there in the likes of those, and I know a lot of people get offended when I say that, they get upset because they start making arguments about capitalism and all these things. I'm talking about just full body work. What he did in basketball puts him, you know, there. And I see that, you know, a couple people in the comments. I see Jim Brown name come up too. Jim Brown got some other flaws that I ain't gonna mention.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Brown. LeBron is the closest thing to, like, LeBron avoided all the major pitfalls in the era where the pitfalls is the easiest to fall into. Like, that's the thing about me that impresses him the most. Like, you can question how he did it, or you can question why he did it.
I mean, Jim Brown punished as many women as he did players on the football field, so that's why I can't put him up there. If I'm just being honest, and again, no disrespect, rest in peace to the legend, but facts are facts. So we're gonna talk facts.
Yeah, my man got caught slapping many wives.
He had a long list of them, wives, girlfriends that, you know. But I'm not with his hands. I'm trying to use this time to slander him either. But what I'm saying is the body of work in terms of what he's done on the court, but also he put his homies in position to succeed without him. He got friends that are just guys that came up with him that sit on the board of Fortune 500 companies that he put in position to take care of themselves and their
hired an all women's team to run his production company.
But
all black women.
And again, I'm not giving him all the credit for that too, because just like I talked about Bronny, those people, he put them in position, but they were able to, like, it wasn't a handout. Like, yo, just give me an opportunity. They were able to take those opportunities and achieve what they achieved. The biggest agent in the game is his guy. You know what I mean? So you look at his body of work with that, like putting people in position, helping people. Also, what he's done on the court. Now you look at him, you know, he got the beautiful family, like everything that we always ask for with our celebrities, athletes, or what have you. Yep. And now
he married a black woman and stayed with her through his. He didn't leave when he became a billionaire. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So a
lot of people complain about our athletes, and he avoided that.
So the amalgamation of all that is like, man, this is dope to me. And it's crazy because I'm starting to think, like, when people start to hate on like this thing and then they bring up the term, the nepotism, the black nepotism, I'm like, would you not want your pop to help you?
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you want your pop to put you in position? That's as a dad, that's what you do. Your whole job is to put your kids in positions to do things that at a high level. What are you doing? What are you parenting for if you can't do that? What are you
Yeah.
parenting for if you can't do that? If you won't do that, what are you doing?
And then, like, from a basketball standpoint, all right, you can make the argument from a basketball standpoint, right? But who cares? Because the thing about the Lakers is this: they sell entertainment, right? This is entertainment. Like, this is all that rolled into one. And fact of the matter is, if it doesn't work out, he was the 55th pick. You could put him in the G League and work on his game, do whatever it may do. But I feel like this was, to me, this was a beautiful moment. This was a historical moment. I remember as a kid watching Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. play on the same team and thought that was dope.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, this is even doper than that. And it's like, who wouldn't want this, right? Who wouldn't want to play like work with they pop? Like, that's the dream. Like, so then, like, not even trying to be funny. You know, I had a beautiful. My father's no longer here, but I had a beautiful relationship with my father. Like, and I often forget that some people that don't have that and have never even met their father. So I gotta, you know, and I don't know anybody's personal business that's watching with us, but I'm just saying in general, I gotta think about that when I see some of these comments. Like, y'all raggedy pops ain't do nothing for y'all, and I ain't talking about nobody specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had my grandfather help me get a gig, like, and I was all about that, man. So this whole thing is kind of confusing to me. I was actually pretty shocked about the people that, like, you know, fell on the other side of this, because this is what you're supposed to do as not only a parent but an elder. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was his nephew, he should have did that. You know what I'm saying? If that was his cousin, he should have did that. Let alone his son.
Yeah, like, man, people always talk about legacy building, and then when they see it, then they got crazy opinions about it. Like, yo, that's exactly what legacy building is.
Yeah.
Being able to do something at such a high level that you can put your kid on to do it. Like, you want to talk about nepotism in the Lakers? When the boy Jerry Buss died, he left it to his kids.
Yeah, he's as he should.
Like, the Lakers are running, they're run by a second generation. You know what I mean? Like,
as you should. People try to separate the sports from the business world, and you, like, to me, it's the same thing. That's their family business. Their family business is hoops. Like,
yeah, like,
so
no sense. Like, why are you mad?
let me catch up on these comments real quick. K Diggy says Bronny was an okay player at USC. So Kai said nope, no problem with Bronny. Lance says, I'm happy for the young man. I can only imagine the pressure he has been facing for most of his life. I wonder about him from a mental, emotional health point of view. Hopefully he's good on that front. Yeah, I hope so as well. But his father is, you know, arguably one of the top 5 most popular folks in the entire world. So they have had to prepare him for this. Like, he has to be. It's nothing he hasn't heard. Like, you know, let's see. Eugene says, if they are not signing checks, their opinion really don't matter. Who owners draft? That's true. The owners got to make these decisions. Ant says, I just heard about that earlier. I think Bronny should have stayed. I'm not upset. I don't think he deserved it, though. Well, I guess it depends upon what you mean deserve it, though.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, but
you ain't deserve it. First of all, you got to be in position to be. You got to get in position to get in position. Like, he's able to enter the draft and work out for teams and all of that stuff. That's how you get drafted. What you mean he didn't deserve it? That boy been working his ass off since he was 3 years old to get in this position.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of, you can debate that about anybody, like where they're picked and whether they're picked or not. I mean, that's all subjective.
But I'm just saying, though, like, deserve, like, first of all,
well, deserve is not an objective thing, right? So
it's not, and this is what I'm about to say, man. Like, people think the world is fair, like, and this is what pisses me off. Every time I hear the word deserve, it gives me rage that I shouldn't have in my life. And this is something that I tell the kids at our camp. The fair is something you go to and you ride on the Ferris wheel. Fair is a weather condition. Fair is not something that the world is. Like, there's no fair in the world. There's no such thing as fair. Nothing is fair.
Never has been.
Nothing is fair. Like,
never has been. Man. LaJoy is in the building. What's up, LaJoy? How are you? Let's see. K Diggy says Clay and Steph were special in college. Yeah, they were. They both averaged over a dub and were considered the best shooters in the nation. So, yeah, that's true. Bronny was the 55th pick in the draft for 58, and he still has to earn the spot. Absolutely true. it would be crazy if he didn't put his son on. And I think that's the other part too.
Exactly.
If he didn't use his power to get his son, that would be
He would
crazy.
be absolutely berserk.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely insane. Check the stats of AJ Johnson, 21st pick by the Buck. Let me see AJ Johnson's stats.
Check the stats of some of these weirdo European players they be drafting. They be averaging like 3.5 points in a shot block and one and a half an assist a game in Euro League, and they be getting drafted and nobody says anything.
Yeah, let me see. I'm looking at AJ Johnson. I didn't see his stats. Let's see. 12.6 points a game. Yeah. I mean, he ain't go crazy. Let's see. Lorraine says, I'm fine with the Bronny draft. No one complains about nepotism in coaching, even when the coach never played the game. Listen, man, Doc Rivers gave Austin Rivers like $100 million deal. And folks was mad, and I was laughing. I was like, I'm all for it, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Give him that chicken. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, what are you talking about?
What is we talking
First of all, you want to talk about nepotism? His son was average as hell in college. He got drafted top 10. Doc Rivers' son got drafted 9th.
Yeah, I mean, he also
round pick on Austin Rivers.
I get it, but he also was a.
He went to Duke. That's the only reason why he got drafted in with a 10th pick. He was regular as hell in college. He was regular as hell.
See, Corey, I don't know. You be having revisionist history, man. And he was one of the greatest college players ever. His college highlights is insane.
Yo, Austin Rivers was regular as shit. Excuse my French, man. He was regular in college, man. Like, he wasn't bad. Like, I'm not saying he was a terrible player, but he wasn't like AI or somebody like that in college. Like, he wasn't Steph in college.
See, I see again. You haven't revisionist history.
I'm not having revisionist history. I'm just saying, like, Austin Rivers was nice, but he wasn't.
All right, so he averaged like 16 and 8 a game. Like that's up there with some of the greatest players to ever play. Like he averaged 16 a game. Michael Jordan averaged 17 a game. Like in college, 16 a game is crazy. Like what we talking about? Okay, see, that's why I said you must have forgot. Like Austin Rivers, like coming out of college he went to Duke. High school, he was one of the greatest high school players like ever played. Like his high school stats, mixtape, all that was crazy. Did he live up to it in the pros? Probably not, but
he was okay in the pros too. Like Austin Rivers wasn't a bad player.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you forgetting how he balled. He balled in college. 16 a game in college is crazy.
I guess.
Listen, man, Michael Jordan averaged 17.
Man, I watched Lionel Simmons average 30.
Lionel Simmons, the L train was different though. LeBron was going to sign no matter what happened. I mean, yeah, we can say that.
I watched
all right. So Pascal said we said.
I watched Kevin Durant. I watched Michael Beasley. Like I watched. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, man. Like I said, he was okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying like 16 a game in college.
He was all right. Again.
Playing for Duke averaging 16 is crazy too because Duke ain't gonna handle 30 games.
You're right.
No such thing as black nepotism because we don't own or control institutions, is what Pascal says, and I agree. You know, we just talked about that. Absolutely. Draft him because he got GOAT in his blood, is what Don said. To be fair, Clay and Steph averaged more than 4 points in college. That's what I was saying. And yeah, they actually balled out. They averaged over a dub. They averaged more than Austin Rivers. Steph averaged like 28 and Clay averaged like 21.
Steph had one of the greatest seasons of all time in his last season at Davis.
Or the former CEO of AT&T was hired due to nepotism, but no one calls that out. Or the former CEO of GE, pre-split, etc. I mean, it happens in the corporate world. I think here's the crazy part. I'm not mad at. I don't call it out because I'm not mad at none of it. Because
none of it.
I realize that's how the world works. I'm looking for y'all. Y'all watching this. Y'all gotta get put in position so y'all can put us on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like
that's why I root for all my friends. I want y'all to hook me up. Listen, Listen, I want y'all all to succeed. Go get,
like that's why I don't be mad at rappers when they put other rappers on. Like, I'm not mad at that. Like, the nepotism run deep in the music game. Like, if you want to talk about nepotism,
black folks as a whole have been conditioned to not like that kind of thing. Nepotism, yeah, we that's true. The nepotism topic has been going on recently because of the Antetokounmpo brothers. I love nepotism. Yeah, I love nepotism too. That's a good T-shirt right there. I love nepotism. It's a good T-shirt right there. Yo,
Yeah, I
Giannis,
think we got to make that T-shirt. Yeah.
I love nepotism. You know what I'm saying? So I find that social capital has been more valuable in my life than any degree cert I've held.
Yeah, it's because the largest currency in the world is who you know. You can go from zero to broke faster than anything in the world if you know the right person.
Listen, man,
No amount of hard work will get you further than knowing the right person.
This is absolutely true. This is absolutely true. And that's the crazy part. Like, that's why you combine the two. You get the degree, right? So now you can so
you can get put in positions.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is no amount of hard work if the boy who owned Tesla, that dude,
Elon.
If Elon Musk was to hire his homie tomorrow, nobody can say jack crap. He could hire his son's friend tomorrow, and you couldn't say nothing to that man.
Yeah,
that's nepotism. Like the Lakers, like LeBron didn't have any control of that situation, to be honest, because he don't own the Lakers.
But he has leverage. He uses leverage. Like, there's no way to say
the leverage he does have, and he didn't sign his contract until it was all said and done.
But I'm not
what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, the Manning family in football is nepotism, but they're quiet about that. Yo, he told Eli, like, yo, you ain't going over there. You ain't going to the Chargers.
You can't go play over there.
Yeah, you staying. You go to New York. Yeah, we already talked about the whole Jim Brown thing. I told y'all why. No, Jim Brown ain't up there for me, dog. Mike Tyson.
Neither. He can't be up there either.
Torian says, I respect LeBron as another black man and a father.
As you should.
He said he was pro-black, though. That will win him points. All right, so you can be pro-black, right? But, you know, and again, I'm not judging anybody. That everybody got their own journey. Everybody got to answer to somebody else. But, I mean, because this isn't about him. It's about that statement. How pro-black can you be when you're hitting on black women? That's just my question. I'm asking a question. And again, nobody's perfect. I'm not judging anybody. Because who am I to judge anybody? I'm not perfect.
Yeah,
ain't no black woman out there.
Yeah, you can't tell me you pro-black and you beat no black woman.
What I will say is, ain't no black woman out there on this earth that can say I'll beat their ass, though. Not on this earth. And if they do, they're either lying or they're not telling the truth. So, all right. Eugene says Michael Jordan would be hated as much as LBJ if social media would have been relevant. I agree with that. I've made that argument. Actually, that's another chapter in my book, Sports the Book. It talks about what if certain players had social media in their prime. One of the examples I use, like if Barkley would have had social media in his prime, oh my God. Growing up in Philly, seeing him in the streets and seeing how he behaved, if he would have had social media, dog, y'all think Chuck is crazy now. Chuck is tame now.
Yeah, he was. He was wild out.
But I agree with you, though, because Michael Jordan with his gambling and his just like craziness, like, you know, anyway. What BS is Bron name outside of basketball? No issues with money, women, no fights in the streets for 20 plus years. Salute to him. Listen, man, that's why I said, man, like, and again, I don't know his personal business, but what I do know is if it is any of those things, we don't know about it, which means that him and his team, they do what they're supposed to do, man. He moves the right way. You can not like his game. You can get upset because of the Kobe Jordan, the whole debate. You can get all that, but you can't deny how he's carried it for 20 plus years. Like, we've never seen this.
Never.
Yeah, I mean,
we've never seen nothing like it.
It's never been a nigga that's good for this long, like, you know, whatever Sean Carter say. But yeah, we ain't never seen it. Self-hate among black people is sad. Post-traumatic stress disorder is what we got. Chastity says parents with less talented kids mad they couldn't get their kids on.
That's a fact.
I know a whole family that work at the post office, right? And it all started from like a grandfather who put the father on, who put the nephews and nieces, then put his own kids on. And I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Nepotism should be considered a good word. When did it get misconstrued? When we start using it. For our people. They were mad when Ye put his daughter on stage. People get mad at anything. I was telling Corey this earlier too. I was like, I've seen people wake up on Twitter and be like, good morning, everybody. The sun is shining. And then people just start complaining about that. Like, people will literally find a reason to get mad at anything. So Passa says, self-made is a misnomer bordering on insanity. Getting it out the mud is indicative of a traumatic response and or lack of relationships. I agree with that.
Facts.
I agree with that. Shout out to our sister Aisha Selden. Like she has a book from Mud to Millions, but a lot of times what she talks about is getting it out the mud is corny. We got to kill that narrative of getting it out the mud, right? The next generation is supposed to be put in position. That's what you're supposed to do as an elder, as a father, as an uncle, as a mother, as an aunt, as a
Yeah, like,
grandfather. Like that's what
what are
family.
you doing?
When you start read history, right, and you realize in history how the family name was more important than anything else.
Yeah, listen, man. Most people don't understand that most of the companies that they frequent are last names.
Yeah,
Like
LeBron.
most of the stuff you go, McDonald's is somebody's last name. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's like a lot of these are last names. Like these is companies. Procter and Gamble are people's last names.
Yo,
You
Procter
know
and
what I mean?
Gamble. Yo, read the Procter and Gamble story. It's crazy. Like they got together, they was dating the same chicks, and was like, "Yo, let's build a business." Like they figured out how to work together, and they're still that still exists. But anyway, they was dating sisters or something like that. Eugene says Lakers recognize that they want to be a part of history, and it's going to put butts in seats and sell Bronny and LBJ jerseys. It's still a business, and you're right about that part too. The other part of this is entertainment, and it's still a business. Jamil says Kurt Rambis' wife is a product of nepotism. Rob Pelinka in the GM spot is a product of Kobe's nepotism. Yo, Kurt Rambis been getting the Lakers check since like '84. We in
For doing
2020.
nothing.
Shout to nepotism, yo. Is the hate because some are envious that their family was in a position to help them pay for college, let alone get them into a great position? I think it's partly that, but I also think I think the one thing that I recognize about just the internet culture is people love to take just opposite sides of every argument. Sometimes it's legit, they thought it through and how they feel, but sometimes they just, they want to take the other side.
Just because they can.
Body of work. There is a big gap between deserving and nepotism. Okay. I can see how you say that. I can see that. But I do think it's a thing about putting yourself in a position where you can be reached down. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm at a position where I can hire someone, but that position requires, say, an MBA, and I got family and friends, but they don't have an MBA, and I just bring them on, that's a little crazy. But if they actually go get the MBA, now they put themselves in position. I do think it's something.
They don't got an MBA. If it's my company, I do what I want.
I'm not saying it's your company because nepotism isn't about just putting people at your company. I said if
No,
I'm able
I'm just saying, like when you own things, you get to do what you want.
I agree with that, but I'm talking about like, all right, there's a great book, The Jewish Phenomenon. I don't know how many of you have read that book. Has anybody ever read that book before? It's a great book. And they talk about a lot of that in there, like a lot about what we're talking about, and it's by Steve Silberger, The Jewish Phenomenon. But he talks about how they look out for each other as it pertains to hiring practices and then putting people in good positions, and they're taught that as a kid. They're taught that before they even leave the house. So the thing is, you have to be able to put yourself in a position where that person can reach you. It doesn't mean I have to own a company. I could work at a firm and I can have a decision on hiring, but you got to put yourself in position. So Jamil, right? So Kaizen says, Jamil, it got misconstrued because most of us know so many trifling, dumbass bricks, lazy AF folks that we went to school with and or currently working with of other ethnicities that have abused it. So that's the other things too. People have abused it, right? But here's the thing, right? I agree with that. There are people that have abused it. But the people that are in position to put them in position, most of the time it's their company, right? If they're really abusing it. Because if those people are bad or terrible, it's going to end up showing in their work. And that's the other thing. He got to stay there. Like, we don't know what's going to happen with Brian. He could be in the G League all year. High school doesn't really count. No one has a problem with Giannis having his brother on the Bucks. Yeah. Giannis got his whole tribe in the league. All right, Jamil.
My man won an MVP, 2 MVPs, and a chip in Milwaukee, dog. Like, they won't give him anything he asked for. And they should. Nobody was thinking about Milwaukee.
Yo, Jamil says we should all be mad that Jello not in the league. All right, let's go. Let that fair go. I tell my cousins this all the time. Yeah, I think we'll be better off once we get out of that idea of anything being fair. Favor ain't fair. That's why there's different Yo, pass is wild. Favor ain't fair. That's why there's different bra sizes. Shout out to our brother Diamond Dave. Diamond Dave, appreciate the super chat. Much love, bro. Is the value in him getting drafted or him being on the Lakers? He could have just signed a free agent contract for the Lakers and he on the team. This is true, but there's only 58 picks. He got picked 55th. And they get that moment. Like, this is still entertainment. They get that moment of him in the career getting drafted, that whole thing. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's only been a couple 55 picks that actually pan out in the league history anyway. So 55 out of 58, I don't think is, it is what it is. Exactly what Edvard said. And I know some people watching who ball better than Giannis's brothers. I'm definitely not one of those guys. I know about getting it out the mud. Despite the heart condition, bro, stats were weak. Bro, get a 10-day contract at best. So stats were weak in comparison to what? You ain't see some of them French dudes that got drafted in the top 10 got drafted on potential. They was averaging like 5 points.
Yeah, they averaging like 5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Like, they just got drafted because they athletic.
It's bigger than stats. He was considered one of the best defensive guards in the country, right? And that's part of the game. So,
he got the best bloodlines in the league. Like, why wouldn't you take a chance on it? Why, if you're a team, why wouldn't you take a chance on those bloodlines?
And that's the other part. Sam brought that up. Kid was a McDonald's All-American in high school, right? Held his own in the McDonald's game. He was cooking boys in the NBA Combine. Had heart issues in college. Never had a preseason to gel with his team. I think he was still at, 55. Just like you said, who do we know that was drafted that late? And that's the other thing, too. Like, it is what it is. Many people have things they don't deserve. Also depends on who's passing out the deserving things. Subjective. Agreed. He was the number 1 ranked high school player. Who was? Oh, we're talking about Austin Rivers. He was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Austin was that guy, man. Like, Rich Paul didn't want him to sign a 2-way contract. He's talking about the Dave. He didn't want him to sign a 2-way contract. Got it. He wanted him drafted. All right. Austin was a bucket in high school and college. Yeah, he balled out. Darko took a black job and took that money out of the American economy. Ronnie helps fuel the American economy and keeps the tax infrastructure stable. Donald Trump. Yo, Jamila is out of pocket. No, just kid averaged 3 points per game in 7 minutes. Yo, the Bronny talk is cool, but Bryce might be the one. Bryce is taller, seemingly got a better jet. Like, Bryce is scary. He's still young. Who gets you in the door? What keeps you in? Bryce is nice, though, says Ant. Yeah, Bryce can ball. Bronny will be on the second contract by then. I'm joking. I wasn't privy to his past of beating on sisters. And a lot of people aren't. And I'm not trying to put that out here, but you could just Google it. He was handing out black eyes. Yeah. He was whooping feet. As Kendrick said. Elijah Arenas, Kion Anthony, and Bryce James next. Whole league about to be second-gen players.
Listen, man, half the Houston Rockets team is second-gen players.
Look at the NFL now. Didn't Barkley throw a cop through a window or a glass door? It wasn't a cop. It was someone at a bar. Well, he may have threw a cop, too.
It was a patron that threw a drink on him.
Yeah, so it was a lot of things. Like, Barkley did so many things outside, dog. Like, he was outside.
Yeah, he was outside for real. Barkley was outside for real.
When I was a kid, there was only 2 athletes that were, like, literally outside. Barkley was outside creating madness, and the other one was outside always doing community service. But you should see him, like, in the streets, and that was Reggie White. Reggie White was in the streets, like,
everywhere,
preaching, giving away money, like, giving away stuff. Like, he was really one of them. And Barkley was outside giving out black eyes. So it is what it is. Anyway, that's crazy. Like, some of the athletes we had in the city as we were coming up, dog. We had some all-time greats. People are saying LeBron is great. Oh, matter of fact, but then during the 90s, Bubba Chuck was outside too, like, in a whole different way.
Yo, he might be the most outside athlete in this city that I've ever seen for a black athlete. I seen some of the baseball players be outside, but for a black athlete, I ain't never seen nobody be outside as much as AI, bro.
Yeah, Bubba Chuck was one of one. People are saying LeBron is greater than Jordan because Jordan get his kids drafted. The internet, like, different times, different things. And also, to be completely honest with you, I think that LeBron has more power than Michael Jordan had. And I think it's because of Michael Jordan. Bron is standing on the shoulders of everybody that came before him, and it's always going to be that way.
And Michael Jordan had some demons that took some of his power away. He gave some of his power away.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what Hispanics are doing with everyday jobs. Only hiring folks that look like them. I have no problem with it.
No problem with that at all.
Hershey, McDonald's, Chase Bank, all names.
All last names.
Yeah, Gilbert Arenas' son, Elijah. Yo, Gilbert Arenas' son can ball. GC's in the building. What's up, GC? How are you? I put my ends on. My ends put their ends on. Sean Carter, Pedro says. That's how it should be. I haven't interviewed for a job in over 25 years because it connects in my work. The world is built on relationships. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the way. I mean, that's see, we could deal with how things are, or we could talk about this make-believe world that some people think we live in.
How people want it to be.
Yeah. I hate when they say other kids are more deserving than Bronny, but other kids' parents is not top 3 all-time great. I said to somebody sent me one of the memes where, you know, somebody averaged way more points than Bronny and all that. And it was like, look at this. I was like, well, who is Pop though? Who is Pop? Other cultures don't even have a word for nepotism. It's a natural instinct. Those Euro guys were DEI hires, bro. Let's be real. Yo, those Euro guys, dog. First of all, watching this draft was just wild. When they were going over their stats, I'm sitting there like, yo, George Bush Jr. is the highest form of nepotism when it comes to perceived non-qualified son.
Man.
Yo, I was thinking about George Bush yesterday when you saw those two jabronis arguing over their golf game. It made me think about George Bush. Remember that clip of Bush when he was talking to the media and he was like talking about how the terrorists got to stop and do this, that, and the third. And the main man looked at the camera and was like, all right, now watch this swing. Yo, W was off the hook, yo.
Yeah, he was.
Edvard said Boozer's kids are top ranked. Yeah, I've seen them as well as there's so many second gens coming up. LeBron will likely no longer be in the NBA when Bryce is eligible.
That's not true. Part is, he signed that 3-year deal. Bryce can be in the A in 2 years.
Yeah, it depends if he plays out this whole deal. I think that happens. That's when he's gonna bounce. And that Lance said what I said too. MJ built a business and hired his children. That's another form of that. So the whole thing is like, I know Marcus is like an exec at the Jordan brand, from my understanding.
Yep.
John Ross is in the building. It's his 35th trip around the sun.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, man. You know, stay safe and, you know, much more success. Cookie Price says if Jordan's son had not messed up with that casino incident, he would have played ball also. I mean, casino, Jordan family, I'm just going to leave it at that, man. So yeah. I think just to kind of like sum it all up, I feel like, you know, he did what he was supposed to do. The idea of deserving is ridiculous. The idea of fair is ridiculous. I don't know what world most people are living in, but we need to get like with reality.
Like, what like deserving and fair, right? So there's a difference between things being deserving and fair and things being, you know, people having an equitable opportunity, right? And so under any laws, all I want for people is to have an equitable opportunity under the law. After that,
Don just sent me a message. Shout to Don with this guy AJ Johnson who got picked by the Hawks. I was looking at the wrong thing. He averaged 2.9 points, 0.7 assists, and 1.3 rebounds, and he got picked in the first round.
Because he's tall and athletic. Like if LeBron, if Bronny was 6'6", none of this would be an issue. But because he's only 6'3", it's an issue. If he was 6'6", none of this would be an issue. And he wouldn't have made it out the first round. If he was 6'6", he wouldn't have made it out the first round. He got a 44-inch vertical. Young boy got a 44-inch vert.
So Jamil says all three of the James will be playing in Las Vegas in a few years. And Don says Bron will draft Bryce as the owner of that Las Vegas team. So, yeah, G.W. Bush talking about he's a war president with war on his mind. But when asked where bin Laden, he said he didn't know. Also said that he prayed and God told him to go to war. He was wilding.
Yeah, Yeah, he was
KDB
man,
says Mike had to because his kids were nowhere near Bronny or Bryce. So Lorraine says, well, is the Kennedy legacy a result of nepotism?
all day.
So that's the other. So Diamond Dave says Bronny's not that tall. Now, what I will say about Bronny is this: he's about 6'1.5", but his wingspan is 6'7". And there's
They
guards
got
that are tall.
44-inch bunnies.
Yeah, with a 6'7" wingspan, and there are guards that are a couple inches taller than him that got drafted that don't have his wingspan. So Don said it's really height discrimination. Yo, that's it. I know we about to do our giveaway and all that, but that's something else that I realized too, man. I'm 6'2.5", right? So I'm a taller guy. Well, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not a ball player at all. But I never realized how much the world, like how people treat short men. You know, I told you months ago that my new favorite show is that Ratchet Balloon Pop show, right? When it's short dudes on there, dog, they get done so dirty.
Bop, bop, bop,
They
bop.
get done so dirty. In fact, they get done so dirty. Shout out to my brother, and I know he don't mind me sharing this. My brother Kamar was talking to him about the show because he knows I like the show, so we were laughing about it. He was like, yo, stop talking about that show because it's triggering. Now, Kamar's not even that short of a guy, but he said it's triggering because he sees how they do the short brothers. I didn't know, like, you know, because again, I'm a taller person, so I didn't know that they get done that dirty, dog. But
Hey, listen, man.
according
I ain't
to
never
that,
get done
according
dirty
to
'cause
that,
short. I'm 5'9", right? So I'm average height.
yeah,
I'm not short. I'm not tall. So I don't
yeah, but
get.
I'm talking about the shorter brothers that be shorter than like you. Like I'm talking about real short, bro. They get done dirty on that joint, bro. They could have everything going for them if they like 5'5", 5'6". Chicks don't even care what they got going
They
for
don't
them.
even check for them.
Yo, they don't
But,
even check. I'm like, yo, I didn't
but
realize
and I'm gonna
that.
tell you what it is, though, right? And this is something that uh, a woman told me. I was in college, and I was hot on this chick heels, and she's like, "You're not tall enough. I don't feel safe." I
Wow,
was like, "Damn." She's like, "You don't make me feel safe." I
wow.
was like, "Damn." I was like, there's nothing you could say to that.
Yo, how you supposed to respond to that? But
You
that's
don't.
interesting.
You don't. I left her alone. But the thing is, you know what
Which
I
is
mean?
crazy. Which is crazy, right? Because some of the craziest dudes I know
Listen,
are the short dudes.
but
But,
there's
but
nothing that
thinking about the psychology of it, I think that's
yeah,
probably why some of the
there's
crazy dudes I know.
nothing I can argue with her about. But when she said it, you know what I mean? It made sense to me, but I was like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, when she said you don't make me feel safe, you're not tall enough. I was just like, damn, because you know I used to be short and skinny.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like when she said it, what was I gonna say? You know what I
Cool.
mean? Like I'm 5'9" and I'm like 175, 185 pounds. You know what I mean? Like
No,
you
but
know,
I'm just thinking that through. Like some of the, you know, it's just interesting. Watching that lets me know how they do them dirty.
listen, it was an interesting perspective from a young lady that I was trying to court. And I couldn't be mad at it, and I wasn't mad. I was just it was kind of dumbfounded. Like it had my jaw dropped a little bit, like, damn, like there's
So
nothing
Kaizen
else to
says
say to it.
another perspective. We always talk about the sacrifices that parents make for their children. Children make sacrifices too. The James kids couldn't have a normal life because of their father's fame, and I'm sure he missed it in a lot of their childhood. So I mean, probably, but I think they had the resources where they travel with him. But even beyond that, I agree that they can't have a normal life. They were born into this. But since the beginning of time, I was watching like that show on Netflix, the docudrama John about like ancient Rome. And you see how people just born into families. This is since the beginning of time. People were born into families that now, because they're born into this family, they're born making sacrifices, but they're also born with the level of nepotism where I mean, the caste system is real across the world. Sometimes who you're born to determines everything. Neef's in
Uh,
the building. Miss Kinky Trail.
Isabel Wilkerson. That's all I'm gonna say.
So
Isabel Wilkerson.
she says, hey, Kaizen says, I appreciate shorter men. Those stiletto days are over. Here you go. Don Johnson says, a nice 45 will make you feel safe.
No, but there wasn't too many people crazier than me. So I wasn't, safety wasn't the real issue. She just liked tall dudes. You know what I mean?
Don, I know you into firearms and all that, man. I need a recommendation. I'm looking for a new piece, man. So, I'm looking for a new piece to add to my arsenal, man. I want a new everyday carry though. Nothing for the crib. I got, I want to see what Don. I know Don is
I
a
got one.
firearm specialist. Most of history's best warriors and fighters were short. I just
Uh,
think it's I just think it's
this is an
interesting how.
interesting take.
I mean, it is what it is, man. All I know is they treat him dirty, man. He said, "Cat Corey blasting Skilo. I wish I was a little bit taller all semester."
I was because I was hot on her heels. I was I was on her heels hard as hell, and she was just like, "Nah, bro, you don't fit the profile." And
Damn,
I was like, "Damn."
that's crazy work. That's crazy work. You know, there's a cast movie on Hulu. So it's about her experience in going through to write the book. I haven't watched it yet because I've read the book, right? So I don't know how I'm gonna like it. Plus, I don't the love interest kind of threw me off. So
Yeah, I don't want to watch nothing. Like I don't want to watch nothing that's gonna throw me off and me thinking that she might have a top 5 pen of all time. Because that book in her series of books, her pen is absolutely stupendous, bro.
well, Neef, we're actually getting ready to do our Bitcoin giveaway. So we were talking about the idea of nepotism and helping your family and friends be put in positions based upon your work. Then we got on to the fact that women out there hate shorter men. So, all right. So Ant got some experience too. I just picked up a G43X. Got to order a mag from Shield On. All right, let me see. Let me take a picture of this and look it up and do my due diligence.
Oh, you got to watch the number of rounds in the city, bro.
I get that, and right now I'm riding around. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm riding around.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You
Yeah,
cannot say anything.
yeah.
But
So
what I'm saying is, you gotta, I
I
know
know,
I lived in the city alone. You gotta watch the number of rounds that you got in the city.
I know that. I know. I think our law is what, like 10 or 11 somewhere around there.
Yeah, you can't have nothing with an extended mag or you going down.
I mean,
You
I
can,
mean,
but
you got
you're not supposed to.
if it's not put it's semantics around it. But all I'm gonna say is though, man, sometimes you gotta have a ladder around. If you need to climb, right? You gotta have a ladder around. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Hey, listen,
God
man.
bless.
God bless.
God bless. Napoleon complex is a real thing. Shout out to Napoleon, man. I watched that Apple movie, man, and I don't know what sis had going on, but she gave that boy some cheeks that changed history. Like that was wild, bro. Like I don't know if you've seen that movie, Core, but sis threw some cheeks on Napoleon, and that whole movie was about him trying to do for that she had that Olivia Pope magic or something.
Yeah, that Helena Troy.
Yeah,
whole 100-year war was fought over some cheeks.
yeah. I call it Olivia Pope magic because
I call it Helena Troy. Like the whole 100-year war.
Yeah, but it's okay. Not really deep enough. Hey yo.
Hey,
All right, so we got another one. Smith and Wesson, 1911. I got a Smith and Wesson now. Well, I got my main thing used to be Berettas, man, but I got my newest thing has been the Taurus, but that's either here nor there. Anybody own or shot a staccato? Oh, I know y'all was all into it like that. I've shot one. I don't own one. Y'all into it? All right, we gotta have a. I gotta get an expert on though. Bring it on a Friday to talk about like the idea of like black firearms
ownership.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's life or death, Corey. F the laws.
Listen. I'm gonna say this, and Doug, I lived a whole different life before I became an adult, bro. And even as an adult, I lived a whole different life. When me and Jim, linked for business in my 30s, man, I was still riding around wild as hell, bro. I ain't have a bank account. I still had mattress money, bro. Like I was really wilding. I was wilding.
Yeah, and I'm always like, and for me, it's because like the business I'm in, like I'm going in development sites and cribs, and so I gotta, it is what it is,
and I owned the bar, so
and I'm in Philly.
I'm gonna tell you this: I owned the bar, and when the police came and raided my bar, I'm glad everything was registered, bro. Because we had hell back in there.
And I'm licensed too, by the way. So and I'm licensed too. So
and I'm a military dude. So you know what I mean? Like I'm really into the. But anyway,
so Pascal says that Napoleon movie sucked. Yeah, it definitely wasn't that great. It's one of the rare fails of Apple. But I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy it though, because it made me look up some things in history about Napoleon, what was true, what was done you know.
What was done for the gram?
The one thing I haven't been able to get through, I haven't been able to get to that Ben Franklin movie. That sucks even worse than Napoleon. Don says the 6-hour P365.
Everybody love that gun.
Yo, they do. I was getting ready to say that. It's funny because I've asked other folks that I know, and that I think
Everybody
that
love the 6-hour, man.
that's the most popular answer that I've been getting lately as I look for, you know.
Everybody love that joint.
So Pascal says join the Black Gun Club. Like, yeah, I mean that could be a conversation too. All right, so we also got the SAR 9 CX. I've heard that one too. I've heard that on YouTube as I was looking up some YouTube videos. Kev from Vegas is in the building. Kev says it's been a minute. Kev, what's up with you, good brother? How are you? Hope
But it is though.
You know what I mean? Anyway, man, listen, before we get out of here, because we've been on here for a while, make sure if any youth wants to come to the camp, buythehoodcamp.com. Camp is not tomorrow, but the following Saturday is the first week. I'm going to try to put some more messages out this week because, again, haven't been on the nets, but we want to make sure we get the word out to as many people as possible. So also, if you have anybody you want to share with, please do so for us. Ant says, when I bird dog for this older Muslim gentleman, I would go take pics of these hood-ass abandoned homes, and I kept a Taurus on me. Yo, it's funny because my favorite Taurus that I own is actually a revolver, which is crazy to carry a revolver in 2024. But it's a 357. Or when I tell you I was shooting this joint,
that's a donkey gun.
That joint will lift a car. That joint
I
just love the way it feels. That's my favorite.
That's a donkey gun.
That's my favorite, bro. Like I look it up.
That joint will put a hole in the tank. That just
yeah. That joint's a stopper, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
you get with that, you ain't going nowhere but the hell. You going straight to hell.
Listen, man. But that's in terms of a hand joint. That's the joint I leave right by the bed. Like somebody ever like I got security. If somebody ever breaches security though, they're going right to a Pocket Marvin Gaye concert. So, there's that. Compact 40. I thought you were going to say a Taurus Judge. No. That 357 get loose. Don't even ask how. All right, y'all. Listen. Matter of fact, we gotta set up. Here's what I'm gonna do, man. We gonna
nepotism. Gotta be the word.
I was gonna make it Bronny, but nepotism's cool too. Which one you want to make it? Nepotism? Because I ain't trying to be smart though, but sometimes when I put crazy words up there, people be spelling them all crazy. So
all right, just Bronny.
We're gonna make our word. Shout out to Bronny, man. Young legend Bronny, man. I'm wishing you well.
Young legend in the making, man. Hope he make his own name.
Yeah, I'm wishing him well. Like, All right, let's see. Hashtag Bronny is our giveaway. That's what we're gonna do. All right, man. So now we really talking. He said Desert Eagle. That thing
I don't
right
like
there.
DE. I don't like the DE. That it get hot too fast in the gym.
That John dog. You talk about send someone to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, those is body stoppers, but
they going right to see Earl Simmons. Boom, it's over.
They body stoppers, but they will jam on you in the wrong moment, man.
I didn't realize we had that many the enthusiasts within the audience, man. We gotta have a conversation about that, man. Lyle says Glock 19. Remind me of that rap. Glock 19. My fault. If Chalmers can get a run, so can Brian.
Chalmers had now he was a dude that had a nice college career.
Listen, man, our giveaway, hashtag Bronny. Put hashtag Bronny in. You will put into our entry. This is our giveaway of $25 worth of Bitcoin. All you have to do is let us know you're still here. Give me your cash tag. You get paid this evening. This is our giveaway. And I do want to say, while I'm waiting for everybody to put their entries in, camp is not tomorrow, but next Saturday. And
Saturday, July 6th.
July 6th, we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for donations. As brother
donations.
Yo, Omar is in New Orleans right now, wilding, man. So many folks that I know in New Orleans, I see him on their socials. Like, shout out to the brother. But anyway, man, donations, volunteers for teaching some of the classes. That's something that we're looking for. Here's looking at you, Chaz. We're looking for someone that actually wants to teach a class, possibly, or. So Kev says, now watch I win. Kev, you got to enter the giveaway. You put hashtag Bronny in, we're going to do a random giveaway. Anybody who puts it in will be put into it. How many entries we got thus far? Right now we have 15 entries. There's much more people watching this than entered.
And if you
So
don't believe me, just watch.
hashtag Bronny, give you a couple more minutes to get put into this giveaway. $25 of Bitcoin. You dig? Stack sats are not trying. I ain't got that on today. I'm rocking a regular by the hood joint right now. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wearing a basic low today, so I'm not showing off. I don't give Ralph no run. I got my hat on.
Yeah, shout to Ralph, man. Or not. Ralph Lipschitz, that is.
Ralph Lipschitz.
Yo, man, a couple more minutes. We put hashtag Bronny in to be put in the giveaway. Let me know your cash tag. If you win, you'll be paid right away. Buy the Hood Camp. Matter of fact, make sure everybody, man. Buythehoodcamp.com.
Show them the webpage, man.
Buythehoodcamp.com. Make sure folks register. You did. We got more folks coming. More Bronnies coming in. Chaz said I'd love to. All right, Chaz, we're gonna reach out to you soon. Because we're looking to, have just different voices in the space to help the babies, man, learn. So, not trying to put you on the spot, Chaz, but we respect your ability to teach, and we know how you get down. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to put you out there. It's actually out of love. You dig? So
you heard, you dig, you heard. You heard you did.
All right, man. So we're gonna give it's 8:24, one more minute, 8:25. We're gonna do our giveaway, then we getting out of here. Anything else going on? Everything's pointing towards the camp right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Pass says front door sign. Before you break into my house, stand outside and get right with Jesus and tell him you on the way. I need that sign. I need that sign. Core, I had a weird experience. It's gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound weird to everybody, but to me. So I met one of my neighbors for the first time today, right? And it's a 6F lady. And it occurred to me that I've never lived next to a 6F person before. In my entire life, bro. I'm talking about my entire life. Never. I went to it.
I know the neighborhoods you lived in, and there's no 6F people that live in any of those neighborhoods.
They don't. Like, and it's like I realized that I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Anyway, that's a little side mission real fast while I wait for everybody. Edvard just got his in, and Dr. Chaz says, thank you. I'm always here to add value. So Kev wants to know what is a 6F. Pascal wants to know what's a 6F. I'm going to Google it for you and show you the definition because I'm not going to say it out loud. We are masters of the slanguage. So we have different ways of saying different things.
Neo sapien.
So, but what I will do is show you this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you what it means real fast, Kev and Pascal, because I don't want to read it, but I do want to show you what it means, so you can share this in your journey of life. You know what I mean? So here it is, the top definition right here. You guys can read that if you can see it. Can you see it?
No.
You can't see it?
Small and blurry.
All right. It says an abbreviation. Matter of fact, I'm gonna copy it and paste it. I'm gonna copy it and paste it in the
in the chat.
Yeah. So because I don't want to read it. Yeah. I'm gonna copy it and paste it in the chat for y'all. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I knew what it said. It's just that I haven't read the definition in a long time, and it's still funny as hell to me every time I read it.
So that's what 6F is, for those who don't know, all right? And Don gives me a word of advice, which I always appreciate. Don says, they always watching you. Trust that. You can watch all they want to. I'll be inside, man. I'm inside, and then like where my rooftop deck is, it's next to her, but the way the properties are set, hers is on the other side, so I ain't really worried about it, but it is what it is. All right, there you go, Pascal. Pascal, let me know if you read that definition. There's a link to go to it, but it actually gives it to you right there as well, in case y'all are wondering what that means. But let's get back to the giveaway so we can get out of here, man. A couple more seconds. You gotta put Bronny in the joint if you're gonna be put in. So let's go. All right, we up to 20 folks. Still got more than 3 times that. All right, so we got Jarrell. We got more folks putting it in. You just got in because we are getting ready to go now. Good luck to everybody. Remember, let me know that you're still here. Plus, it's 21, which is one of my favorite numbers. So we gotta do the drawing now. Bah. Good luck, everybody. And the winner is Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Sam, are you
Congratulations,
still here?
brother. Let us know you're still here.
Sam, are you still here, Sam? Sam, are you still here? Because Sam, they need to increase my odds of winning. Sam says, he said, all right, Sam, shoot me a message, email me, do something, smoke signal. You can put it in the chat right now if you want in the next 1 minute. And Jamil's answering the question about, our reference. Congrats to Sam is coming in. Sam, shoot me the message. You'll get paid ASAP. Congratulations are coming in for Sam. Everybody, remember, share it for me if you can.
BuyTheHoodCamp.com.
All donations, $ Buy the Hood. And by the way, all donations do go to the youth. Me and Corey don't keep a penny of that. We don't need that. We don't want that. We give it to the kids throughout the camp as winnings for the various. We play games in the course of the camp, and those that win get paid. And that's how we do it. And we help them, set up portfolios. So that's what it's about. All right, y'all. So Monday, Stack Stats. Maybe we'll get a pod done this week. Who knows? Like, we're so busy. It is what it is. But we will be here Friday.
Oh,
whoa, whoa. I was about to sign off, and Pat said he gonna send me a 50 piece to do 2 more. So shout out to everybody who didn't leave. I know some folks left. Yo, we had like 16 people leave within the last
we were signing off.
That's so. Hey, listen, I ain't mad. We got another one. So for those that are still here, God bless. We're gonna do 2 more. 50 bones. Oh, let me see this message. Let's see. This is Sam already sent me. Sam, I got you. I got your message already. And Dr. Chad says, bless Pastor, because we're doing 2 more. We got 2 more. So good luck to everybody. Remember, you still gotta be here though. You mean? All right, let's get it. Draw again. Our second winner is. This comes from Passer. Lyle, are you here? Oh, Eugene, Sam is absolutely out. Once you win, it automatically kicks you out. Lyle, are you here? Because if you are here, you won $25 of Bitcoin. And we're about to do it one more time. One more game.
Lyle is here.
All right, Lyle, how you do this is at Buy the Hood, at JW the Blueprint. You can email buythehoodllc@gmail.com. But what I'm going to tell you to do is send it to me right now or tonight. I'm telling y'all, like, I got to start making that a rule. If y'all don't give it to me tonight, y'all ain't getting it, because by the time the weekend start, I'm in my bag. I ain't thinking about it. Looking at stuff. Like,
I'm in my bag like Kyrie on the fast break.
Yes, sir. So send that to me now. You can send an email to buythehoodllc@gmail.com, or you can at Buy the Hood on X, Instagram, or you can at me at JW the Blueprint. And for those that are like, trying to get in 2 times, it's not gonna let you in 2 times, so y'all could chill. Like, everybody, let's see. So we got one more coming. Pause. Good luck to everybody. Let's see who is the winner.
And the winner is
Kev.
He said he was going to win.
Kev won. Kev, you are the winner. Oh. Kev is my guy. Like, me and Kev text and talk. That's my guy. But are you still here? Because I will X you out too, Kev. If you jumped off, that's on you.
That's on
Kev,
you, bro.
Are you here? Kev, are you?
He did.
Yeah, he said, I told you. All right, Kev. I already got your cash tag, so you win. So let me write these winners down, because I ain't really got to. Sam already sent it. Whoa! Shout out to Pass too. Pass sent $50 for the giveaway and made a donation for the kids in the camp. Oh man, Pass, you are appreciated, brother. You are appreciated. We love you, man. That's amazing, man. And like I promise, and everybody there, when y'all see us get this bread to the kid, let everybody know that donated, that the bread goes to the
bring
kid.
Y'all ass to the camp too. Like, come on and see what we do.
Oh yeah, by the way, even if y'all don't got kids, y'all want to pull up to the camp to see how we get down, that's cool.
You're
Because one of
always
the things,
welcome to see how we get down.
one of the things that me and Cora are trying to do is trying to show other people how to set up their own damn camps. Because this ain't about us. This is not an ego thing. Ego is the enemy. This is for us as a way to like just introduce the youth to vocabulary, concepts, and ideas. Even if they don't get anything from it, we want when they start to hear things like dividends, interest, debt, budget. We don't want it to be the first time they're hearing it. You know what I mean? From a 6F. We want it to be someone that looks like them and then to get it at a young age. So I say all that to say if anybody's looking to start their own camp, let's talk about that too, man. Because our thing is about getting the information out there, man. Like
Sure.
we should be having by the hood camps in Memphis, by the hood camps in Jersey, by the hood camps in California, by the hood camps. They should be going on everywhere. You don't even got to call it by the hood camp. We don't care about that either. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, just I'm not caught up in the ego shit no more. It is what it is, man. I may need y'all help talking, taking it to Buford. All right, let's go. You already know.
You
Shoot
are
the
sister.
message.
We know you for 30 years.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, we 30 years in. Throw the bat signal up and we there.
Yes, we did.
Say less. That being said, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. For the winners, shoot me a message. You'll get paid this evening in Bitcoin. You know, and we'll be here next Friday to talk about anything else crazy happening in the world. But y'all please stay safe out there, and we'll see y'all next Friday. Peace.